Hey guys, it's Homework Help Week 3, Day 2. So in this first problem, we have to write the equation for this table. So they give us the x value, and we're going to figure out what we do to the y value. So let me look first. I know 5 doesn't multiply to get 11, but 5 plus 6 is 11. So let's see if that works all the way through. 6 plus 6 is 12, not 13. So since it's not multiplication and it's not addition in this case, that means it's going to be one of the two-step rules, one of the more complicated ones. So we're going to start here. Remember, all these equations start with y equals. Now, it's going to be something times x, and then we're going to have to add or subtract from there. So the first trick is to figure out what times x. So to do that, we look what's happening going from one y value to the other. And notice to go from 11 to 13, you add 2, you add 2. That plus 2 tells us that our equation starts with 2 times x. But that's only going to get us halfway to the y value. But let's start by writing, we're going to take all the x values and multiply them by 2. So 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, and 7 times 2 is 14. Now, the question is, how do we go the rest of the way to the y? So let's check that out. I know 10 plus 1 is 11, 12 plus 1 is 13, and 14 plus 1 is 15. So that means the second half of our equation is plus 1. Now just to remind you, you always start with y equals. To figure out what you're multiplying by x, you skip count down the y's. And then we had to add 1 to get the rest of the way. And that's how you get your equation. Okay, let's go on to the second problem. Now this one says find the missing dimension. And let's check it out. Notice, let me change the color of my pointer here. Notice they give us the volume, 252 cubic feet. They give us the height, the width, and we're missing the length. So I'm going to start by writing my formula. It's a rectangular prism, so its volume is length times width times height. And now I'm going to substitute the numbers they give me in there. So they give me volume, so that's going to be 252. It's substituted in for the v. The length is missing. Now, again, it doesn't matter if you said the width is missing or the height is missing. That doesn't matter, as long as you know one of the dimensions is missing. The width is 12, and the height is 7. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to simplify this by multiplying that 12 times 7 to get one number. And 12 times 7 is 84. And I'm going to bring down the times L equals 252. Now we just have a simple multiplication equation. And remember, to solve every multiplication equation, you do the opposite. You divide. So I'm going to divide by 84 on both sides. Oops, that shouldn't be a 2. Let me delete that. Okay, divide by 84. Remember, this cancels over here, so that means we'll have the length. And just type in 252 divided by 84, and you get 3. So that means our missing dimension is 3 feet. And you could always go back and test it by doing 3 times 12 times 7. And guess what you're going to get? You'd get 252. All right, I hope that helped. And if you have any other questions, make sure you have them in class ready for me. Thanks a lot.